What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 4s to look at. The Air Jordan 4 Retro. This is the UNC colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. Now, these videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely make sure you drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this sneaker does come in like, what does look like, a standard Air Jordan 4 box. Now, one thing that is a little bit different on this one, they did swap out the box lid, and they did give us like this all white glossed out lid, and it does have like, the baby blue, UNC blue, whatever you want to call it, Air Jordan logo there, and it does have the flight branding there in black. Now, the bottom portion of the box, it does have like, it's all gray, but it does have like, that black speckled cement. And then like the bottom portion of the box, it is all gray, and it does have like, the red Air Jordan flight branding, and it does have like, some white Nike branding and copyright information there at the bottom. So for those that do care about that, there you go. Now, the box label on the sneaker does actually read Air Jordan 4 Retro, University Blue, and Black. So when you do actually open the box, and the lid, it is like, in that UNC baby blue, whatever you want to call it, up underneath. The sneaker does actually come double wrapped, so you do have like first this white speckled cement print here, and it does have the white tissue paper up underneath, and then from there you are met with the actual sneaker itself. Now, me personally, I am a fan of like, any UNC Air Jordan 1. For those that don't know, the University of Carolina is Michael Jordan's alma mater before he was drafted into the NBA by the Chicago Bulls. So like Jordan brand does tend to show out whenever they do have like, these UNC Air Jordan sneakers that they actually, release out to the public, whether if it's a GR or not. This North Carolina UNC color block in those shoes, like they actually show out. And this one in particular, like for me, it was actually the suede material on this, because like it is like, some high hair suede, and it is like, kind of transitional. And that suede is pretty much going throughout the entire the upper portion of the sneaker. On most Air Jordan 4s, we do tend to have like a leather upper, so like, this is kind of a little bit different. But for the most part, there you go. Air Jordan 4 Retro UNC. So let's take a look at the right sneaker first. So like for the most part, again, you are met with like this predominantly suede material, and it is in that University Blue. On the lateral side of the sneaker, you will see like, this gray speckled cement print here along the midsole, and there is like, more of it here, like on like this triangle here going towards like, the back portion of the sneaker. And you do have like, these black lace crowns here. Now, the mid portion of the sneaker, they actually did give us like, this cage, and this is kind of standard with most Air Jordan 4 sneakers, and it is in that University Blue. When it does like, detach from like, the material up underneath. Up under, it is like, that blue nylon mesh material, which is standard with most Air Jordan 4s. And then again, it's all University Blue suede going throughout the entire upper. The midsole of the sneaker is gray and white. The gray portion does have like, that speckled cement print. And then you do have this black rubberized material coming up from like, the bottom portion of the sneaker. And then again, like more blue suede material going towards the front of the sneaker. But when you do swing over and go towards the front toe box area, you are met with like more of that University Blue suede there. And they did give us this mud guard that is like, in that suede, and it does have like the UNC blue stitching going throughout the entire upper. This upper portion of the toe box area before you get to the tongue, they do have more of that University Blue netting material with the UNC mesh up underneath. The sneaker does come pre-laced, and it does actually have like these University Blue laces to, of course, match the sneaker. Up underneath, you do have more of that netting material and the blue nylon mesh material up under, but going towards like the top portion of the tongue, which is consistent with most Air Jordan 4s, you are met with more of like this university blue suede. And they did give us a white tongue on this sneaker. I'm gonna try to take these laces out real quick so we can get like a better, visual. But like the tongue of the sneaker, it is all white. They did give us this real, it's like a light gray Jumpman logo, and they do have the flight branding there in black. Now swinging over towards the other side, like the left, they actually did give us like this tag. And the tag, it does have like, the team 23. And this is like, consistent with most, pretty much like on all Air Jordan University blue color. Like I know they had it on like the 5s, 3s, and the 6s. They actually always give us like, this tag here. I don't know the reason or why, but I guess like, it's something with like, the college colorway. But nevertheless, they gave it to us on the tongue of this sneaker. On the other sneakers, they actually have it like on the back and other, placements on like the sneaker. But it does actually say team 23 there in gray and red, and it says quality products inspired by the greatest basketball player ever. So for those that do want to take a closer look at that, there you go. Then we swing things over to the medial side of the sneaker. Now for the most part, everything on this side is pretty consistent with the other side of the sneaker. The lateral side, the medial sneaker you do have like, that gray triangle there wing, and you do have the lace crowns in black just like on the other side. You do have like that mid portion there with that plastic rubberized netting, and it does have the university blue up underneath, and then like, you have more of that transitional suede. Good material on this one, man. Transitional suede throughout the entire upper of the sneaker. From there, you met with the midsole, gray and white, and of course, like the gray area does have like, more of that speckled cement, more of that rubberized black there coming up from like the back portion of the sneaker, and then you do have that hit of light gray going toward the front toe box area. Swinging over toward the back of the sneaker, you do have like this plastic pull tab, and it does have this, is that navy or black? It's a black Air Jordan logo there on the back, and then of course like you do have like, that speckled print, the speckled black cement print on the back tab there, and then you are met with more of that university blue suede, and then of course you'd have more of like, the gray and white midsole going towards the bottom of the sneaker. So you do have like your standard Air Jordan 4 bottom. Now this time, like they did give us like, of course like the bottom is actually matching like the top of the sneaker. So you do have like this combination of this navy black dark color here, and then you do have the university blue here up at the top, and then you do have the university blue Jumpman logo, and then that mid portion there is in white. So you have the light gray here and up at the top of the sneaker, but pretty much the same herringbone traction that you would expect from any other Air Jordan 4. Now in my opinion, if I were to actually rate this sneaker, I would actually go ahead and give this one I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10. Nothing that they really could have did differently on this sneaker. Only thing that I hate with Air Jordan 4s, but I get it. I am a fan of having like, the Nike Air branding on the back of the sneaker. But to be honest, on this sneaker, I actually feel like the Air Jordan branding actually looks better than the Nike branding. So I feel like Jordan Brand did go the right route with this one, but it doesn't make or break like the grading of the sneaker or anything like that. So I would still give this sneaker a solid 9 out of 10. But I definitely want to take the time to shout out the vendor for getting these on the channel for me to review for you guys. Only thing that I didn't mention on the sneaker was the insole of the sneaker. So like it is actually black, and it does have like the university blue Jumpman logo there. And then also I forgot like the back of the tongue, it does have like, that black tab there, and it's like in white. They do have it like, stitched in black, but it does have like the Air Jordan branding upside, text there upside down in white. And that is on both sneakers. But other than that, but is that white or is that a navy? It's white. But again, thanks to the vendor for giving me these, sending these over for me to review for you guys. But I do encourage you always to stay engaged with me. I am on all social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, even on here on YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. But before we get up out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a 360 in the B-roll like I always do. But there you go, Air Jordan 4 UNC. So there's the lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left. There's the bottom of the sneaker, herringbone traction just like any other Air Jordan 4. There's the medial side. And then there's the back. But I do thank you guys for, tuning in like always. But until next time, see you later.